I've had this Amazon Kindle Fire tablet for about 2 weeks now, just a little bit over 2 weeks. And I've been using it a lot within that 2-week period, and I think it's really a good time now to actually give you a full review on the device. So that's what this video is going to be about, a full review on the Amazon Kindle Fire tablet. Now this is the first ever tablet that Amazon has put out there on the market. Prior to this, Amazon's only foray into the consumer electronics market have been the Kindle e-readers, the e-ink e-readers. And those devices are great for reading because you don't get any eye strain. You can read for hours on end without having any eye strain, and it won't keep you up because generally if you're laying in bed and you're reading something, it's actually better for you to read off of an e-ink device than it is to read off of an LCD device, because you don't have a backlit screen that you're staring into. It causes sleep problems and things like that. So if you're the type of person that actually is a reader at night and you read for hours on end, you're better off getting a regular Kindle e-reader. But for those of you who don't care and want the added functionality of a tablet, the Kindle Fire tablet is a great choice. Now the first thing that you'll notice on this device is that it's smaller than most tablets out there. It has a 7-inch screen. Now as far as I'm concerned, a 7-inch tablet is the sweet spot. And that's because, to me, a tablet is a companion device. If I really want to get serious computing done, I'll go to my laptop or my desktop. But if I want to check a quick email, reference something on the internet, check a website, or even buy content from Amazon, this is a great little device. A 7-inch tablet is very portable compared to a 9.7-inch or a 10.1-inch tablet. And most people are not going to find that it's a small device because more people own smartphones than own tablets, and there's no smartphone on the market that has a 7-inch screen. Most smartphones are between 3.5 and 4.5 inches. So if you have a smartphone, a 7-inch tablet is definitely an upgrade as far as screen real estate is concerned. Now on the device itself, on the front you have Gorilla Glass, which is good because it's more shatter resistant. It's a stronger glass. On the back of the device, it's a textured rubberized plastic with your Kindle branding embossed in the back here. On the bottom is where you're going to find all of your ports and buttons, which basically are only 3. You have your 3.5mm headphone jack, your micro USB port, and your power button. That's it. There are no other buttons on this device. Nothing on the right side and nothing on the left side. The only thing that you will find on the top are your stereo speakers up here. Now I actually like the placement of the 3.5mm headphone jack on the bottom because when you're reading something or checking something out and you might want to use your headphones on the device, feeding it out of the bottom is a little bit better than having to have something stick out of the top of the device. As I mentioned, there are no volume controls on the device, and that's all accomplished through software. Now, as you can see, you can actually palm this device. You can carry it in one hand, and that's really what I like about it. It's very portable. It's about the size of a paperback, even though it's much thinner than a paperback book. Now, to turn the device on, you have your power button. You just click it on here, and I have the device in sleep mode here, and you're greeted with this splash screen. Now, your background wallpaper changes all the time, and it ranges from anything media-oriented. So in this case we have typewriter keys, so that would allude to books. Sometimes you have film, which alludes to, things that Amazon sells. Sometimes you have colored pencils, things of that nature. Now what you're greeted with here, besides the background, is the time, the day, and the date. And right here is how you unlock the device. You just swipe to the left, and it opens up your device here. Now, in my previous videos, I've actually called this device a digital catalog, probably the first ever digital catalog. If you have another device, any other tablet out there, whether it's an iPad, whether it's an Android tablet, whether it's an HP touchpad, a BlackBerry Playbook, or even the upcoming Windows 8 tablets, all of those tablets are very computer-like. You have a random grouping of icons. In the case with the Apple iPad, you have a grid of random icons. On an Android tablet, you have pretty much a virgin screen for you to put widgets and shortcuts on. On a WebOS tablet, you have all your multitasking on the front. But with this device, you actually have a table of contents straight up on top here. You can jump to the newsstand, which includes newspapers and magazines, books, music, video, docs, apps, and the web. So everything is very organized for you. So it's a very targeted device. Amazon is primarily an online retailer. They sell things. So that's why I call this a digital catalog, because this is a portal into Amazon's world, into Amazon's store. But on top of that, you get a lot of the perks that you would expect out of an Android tablet. So you have a lot of apps, you can surf the internet, you can check your email on it. All of those things are a value add on this device. But primarily, like I said, you have this table of contents right up here, which leads to Amazon services. The newsstand, if you want to buy magazines or newspapers. Books, if you want to buy books from Amazon. Music, if you want to buy music from Amazon. Video, if you want to buy or watch video from Amazon. And then the last three are docs, which is a little more personalized. Apps, which, like I said, is a nice value add on this. And then the web, so you can surf the internet. The user interface on this is very user-friendly. Besides your table of contents here, you have a search icon on top here, where you can search for anything on the device or on the internet. So let's click on that right now. And what you see here brought up is the on-screen keyboard. And let me actually zoom it in for you here, or bring it closer. You have a full QWERTY keyboard on the device, and if you notice on top you have your punctuation, and on the top row of QWERTY letters here you have your numbers, so 1 through 0. So if you want to select those numbers, you just long press on the corresponding letter. Of course, you have your alternate keyboard if you want the dedicated numbers and more punctuation. Now, as you notice up here, under the search, you can search your library or the web. So you can search the device itself, or you can search on the internet. Now this is the carousel. These are all of the apps and web pages and anything you've used on this device. It's on this carousel here. You might be familiar with this kind of interface from Apple's CoverFlow. Even the stock Android music player is similar. So you can scroll through all of your recently used apps here and web pages. And it's a nice feature because you can jump to anything that you've recently used. Now below that you have some shelves. And of course this is a Kindle device, which Kindles are associated with books and books are associated with bookshelves. So that's the metaphor you have here. You have a virtual bookshelf. And on those bookshelves you have apps. Now these are all your favorite apps here that you can put here and you can continue. You don't only have to use the 4 here, you can continue down and add them onto subsequent shelves down here. But those aren't all of the apps on the device. If you want to go and get your full list of apps, you go up here to the table of contents where you have apps, click on it, and you have a full bookcase here of all the apps that are installed on the device. Now you can sort them by recent or by title. You have the option of looking at the apps you have in the cloud or on the device here. And of course you have your app store over here if you click on Store. Now, even though the Amazon Kindle Fire tablet is a forked version of Android, so it's a customized version of Android specifically for this device, you still have access to the Amazon App Store for Android. So you can download a whole host of Android apps for this device. Now, just so you know, not every app that's in Google's Android marketplace is in the Amazon App Store for Android. So if you're curious to know what apps are available on this device, all you have to do is go to Amazon.com and you can check out all the apps that are available right there. You don't actually have to own the Amazon Kindle Fire tablet to see what's available on the Amazon App Store for Android. Now on top here, you see that I have a notification over here. And if you're wondering, this is just a black post-it covering up my name. But I have one notification there, and if I want to see what the notification is, just like on any Android device, you have a drop-down menu. So I'm just going to click on that notification, and it tells me that I downloaded this app here, Night of the Living Dead Defense. It's a game. It was free on the Amazon App Store for Android today. Normally it costs $2 or $1.99. I've yet to check it out. I just downloaded it just so I could show you the notifications on this device. Now, if I wanted to, I could jump to that game from here just by clicking on it, or I can go over here and clear it out. So I'll clear all, and I go back to the home screen here. Now also you'll notice on the top here it says my name and then Kindle, my Kindle. You have the time here, and then you have a couple of icons over here. One is the Wi-Fi signal strength, one is the battery charge you have remaining on the device, and then this little cog here is your settings. So if I'm going to click on that, it brings down my control settings here. Now if you remember, I told you that there are no volume controls, no physical volume controls on the device. So if you want to control the volume on the device, you would go into your settings up here and you see volume right there. And then you have your slider here where you can adjust the actual volume. You can also adjust the brightness on the device, and you have a couple of other functions here where you can lock and unlock the orientation of the screen. That way it wouldn't switch to landscape and portrait. You could just lock it into one of those. You have your Wi-Fi information here, your sync, and then more. And the more would be the settings that you would be familiar with an Android device. Let me just show you a couple things in the table of contents here. If you go to the newsstand, it brings up all of the newspapers or magazines you have on your device. Obviously I don't have any, but if I wanted to, I could go to the store and it would bring up all the different options I have that I could purchase from Amazon.com. Let's back out of this. Same with books, although they do give you a dictionary for free when you buy this device. And I actually have a video up that goes more in depth about reading on the Amazon Kindle Fire tablet. But as you would expect from a Kindle device, it's an e-reader. And if you don't like the formatting on this, you can actually change it down here. You can change the size of the font, you can change the line spacing, the margins, the color mode. You can even do white on black or brown on beige. You can change the font if you want. There's a lot of different functions here. And like I said, if you want, click on the link at the end of this video and you can see that I go a little bit more in depth on reading on this device. Let's go over to music. Now I have some music on this device already, and this is what I have on my Amazon cloud drive. I don't have anything installed on this device itself. If I did, it would be right here. And as you see, I don't have anything on there right now. But you can access the contents of your cloud drive from here and just stream it directly to the device. Plus, you can also purchase more songs from the store. Similarly, you have the video here. Let's click on that. So I can stream certain things for free. You can rent movies on this device or TV shows. Let me go to the library here. These are the things that I actually purchased from Amazon.com, and they're in the cloud drive on Amazon servers. So I can actually stream them to the device anytime I want. As you'll see, I don't really have anything on the device right now. And that's one thing about this device. It's a Wi-Fi only device. You cannot get it in a 3G flavor. And it has one capacity, which is 8 gigabytes. So Amazon really leverages the cloud drive aspect where you can actually stream to this device. So you don't need as much local storage. You can store a lot of your stuff on Amazon's servers. Now I have a video up that goes further in depth on Amazon's Silk browser. So again, check the link at the end of this video if you want to go a little bit more in depth into that. But I'm going to bring up the web browser here. The Amazon web browser is called Silk. It's a proprietary browser made by Amazon, and the thing about it is that it actually leverages Amazon's backend to try and predict what you're going to click on next, and then it renders all of that on Amazon's servers so that it supposedly will render your web pages faster. I haven't noticed an uptick in speed on the web browser. So maybe it's because it's a brand new web browser and it's something that Amazon will polish at a later date, or maybe that's just the way it runs. But it's an adequate browser. You have tabbed browsing, you have a unified search and URL bar here. Of course you have bookmarks, you have pinch to zoom. The browser offers Flash, which as far as I'm concerned is necessary on any device because I want the entire internet. I don't want a portion of the internet. I want the entire internet. Even if HTML5 is the future, in the present there's a lot of Flash on the internet And I really don't want to feel like I'm using a gimped device when I'm looking up things on the internet. So that's pretty much the functions of this device. So my conclusion is I really like the Amazon Kindle Fire tablet, and I like it for a couple of reasons. The first of which is that I can't use a tablet for my computing needs. A tablet is a companion device. If I want to get stuff done, I go to my laptop or my desktop. 95% of the time, if I'm on a tablet trying to get stuff done, I run into a wall somewhere, whether it's because of multitasking or whether it's because something finicky on the tablet doesn't interface with a website I'm visiting. And then it makes me think always, why am I on this device? I should just be on my laptop where I can get stuff done and I don't feel like I'm wasting time. That's really my biggest gripe with tablets, is that if I'm trying to get stuff done on them, I really feel like I'm wasting time because a tablet will only do certain things. And I don't want to have to predetermine what I want to do before I do it. Because a lot of the times if I go, even just to surf the internet, I might think, oh, I have to do this and want to go and do it, and I might not be able to do that on a tablet. So for me, at least right now, because tablets in their current form are pretty much in their infancy, in their early years. Even though they're starting to mature a little bit, they're still in their early years. So for me, a tablet is a companion device, and this Amazon Kindle Fire tablet is a great little companion. Number one, the size is perfect. Number two, it's a capable device. You don't feel like you're using a cheap, laggy tablet when you use it. It offers just enough for me to reference something, to check email, or like I said, even just to buy a song if I want something. If I think, oh, I like that song, I want to buy it, I can jump on this tablet and do it very easily. And the last, but probably most important reason I like this device is the price. The Amazon Kindle Fire tablet is a $199 device. It's estimated that Amazon loses about $2 on every Kindle Fire they sell. They anticipate that they'll make it up on the products and services that they sell that you can access through this device. In order to come in at that low price, you don't have any cameras on the device, there is no Bluetooth on the device, and there is no mic on the device. But again, for my needs, it's a companion device. I don't really need all of that. Other tablets on the market will cost you the same price that you would spend on a full-powered laptop. So for me, the price is just right on this device for me to justify having a companion device. The functionality you get out of other tablets is comparable to the functionality you get on the Amazon Kindle Fire, but the price is way different. The price doesn't match the functionality you'll get out of another tablet. But the price does match the functionality that you do get out of the Amazon Kindle Fire tablet. And that's why I'm really a big fan of this device. I would go as far as saying that the Amazon Kindle Fire tablet for my needs is the best tablet on the market today. Now, if you're in the market and you're possibly thinking about getting the Amazon Kindle Fire tablet, definitely check out the other videos I have on this device. It'll give you a better idea of what the device offers, and then you can really make up your own mind and see if it offers what you want out of a tablet. So that pretty much does it for this video. If you have any questions or comments, please post them down below. I'll see you guys next time.